Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. All right. Today we're talking about the import-export business. I'm going to give you guys a quick little walkthrough, a tutorial, getting started, some tips and tricks, everything you need to know to start making millions with the import export business. All right. This week, import export sales are double cash money, and that is a very rare thing. It has been years since the last time we got that, and we probably won't see another double money on import export. Well, for as long as GTA 5 Online exists, right? GTA 6 is right around the corner. But in addition to that double cash money sales, we also have great discounts on CEO offices and the vehicle cargo warehouses, which you both need to get going with the import export business, all right? But before we go any further, make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on. And if you enjoy the video and find it helpful, make sure you drop a like, okay? So, first things first, you need to purchase a CEO office. You probably already have this, but if not, this week is a great week to purchase one. They're 50% off. You can get one for as low as 500,000. And once you get your CEO office, you want to go ahead and go inside. You want to check it out, and you want to go to your computer, the SecuroServe computer, in the back of your actual CEO office. So go ahead and take a seat and log into the computer. And this is where you're going to purchase a special vehicle warehouse. All right. You'll log in. You see right here, you want to click on the center tab, Vehicle Cargo. And once you're on that tab, this will give you your summary page. It'll also let you know where you can renovate. And it has the warehouse map, which I have my cursor hovering over right now. You want to click on the warehouse map. And once you're in there, top right corner, you can go to the All tab. And it will show you all of the different vehicle cargo warehouses, the vehicle warehouse actual locations. And they're all pretty decent. I probably stay away from the one on Elysian Island. The La Mesa location is going to be the cheapest because these are all 50% off this week. And you can get the La Mesa warehouse for $750,000. Now, this particular location, there is a gang attack right there, so be careful with that. But you can also renovate, and there's really not much you need. The import-export business was one of the first businesses in the game. So there's not a lot of setup fees or setup costs. You could just change up the interior murals, what the actual inside looks like, and that's going to be relatively inexpensive as well. But you don't have to do any of this. And don't forget, the import export, the vehicle cargo business, is part of your career progress as well. As you see right here, you'll tab over to the business section, go all the way on over to import export, and you've got your different tiers and different challenges that you have to complete. So a lot of this is all going to be part of it. You can actually check this out and you can monitor your career progress while you're actually completing the challenges with the import export business. Okay, it's pretty cool. Another tip or trick: if you have a terabyte, you want to park it outside of your vehicle warehouse. This will make it a lot easier to source new vehicles. You don't have to go back to your office. You can actually source them from inside the terabyte. So absolutely take advantage of that. As you see right here, we're inside. I can go to the main terminal, and in the bottom left corner of the actual terminal, you'll see that you have vehicle cargo to choose from, and you can actually source from that right here. You can't make any sales, but you can source, and that's okay because you'll just sell from the actual warehouse. Now, the source missions, there's several different ones. Some of them can be pretty easy, some can be a little bit difficult, and we'll talk about a few things that you can do to help yourself and to maximize your income. Now, keep this in mind: as long as the vehicles are not destroyed, right? As long as the source vehicle or the sale vehicle isn't destroyed, you'll always make a profit. The damage cap is set to 34,000. So if you are sourcing the vehicle, you can only get up to $34,000 in damage. And that very same vehicle, when you go to sell it, you can only get $34,000 in damage while you're selling it. So that would be 68,000. You sell it typically for 80,000, so it'd be a $12,000 profit. So keep that in mind, okay? Another tip or trick is when you are ready to resource a new vehicle, your terabyte's outside, just request personal vehicle, then run inside your terabyte real quick, and the Mark II will be right there inside for you. Kind of speeds up the process a little bit. Now, the Cargobob can be your best friend with the import-export business. You can use the Cargobob to not only source vehicles, but you can also use the Cargobob to sell your vehicles. And this will help out with maximizing your profit because you'll be up in the air. You won't be on the ground. You won't be getting shot at too much. Now, there is a caveat to that. You can still get damage when you are using the Cargobob to source the vehicles, because a lot of times you're going to have choppers come after you while you're sourcing. But we'll talk about how to get that mitigated, those risks mitigated here in just a moment. But as you see in this particular mission, I'm using the Cargobob to source the vehicle. You'll drop the grappling hook, and you want to attach the grappling hook to the highest point of the car, which is typically the roof, but it can also be the spoiler, so keep that in mind. And when you're doing this, the trick is don't start flying towards your warehouse immediately. Get as much altitude as you possibly can, and as soon as you get the notification that the choppers are after you, you just go directly, just a straight line towards your actual vehicle warehouse. All you need to do is get close enough to the chrono ring for it to accept the actual vehicle, and this works the same for sales or for sourcing. All right. Now, say you're not good with a Cargobob or you don't have that purchased yet. This is the way to mitigate getting damage on the vehicle for, again, sourcing or selling. All right. You'll drive the vehicle, whether you're sourcing it or whether you're selling it. And as soon as you notice the enemy NPCs come after you, you want to exit the vehicle. They are after you, not the car. And don't worry if you get killed like you just saw me right there. It doesn't void the mission. You're good to go. You will get up to 4 waves of 2 enemy vehicles each, right? So the first wave will have 2 bad guy cars with 2 bad guys in each vehicle. You'll murk them out. Then the second wave comes. Sometimes it's just 3 waves, but typically it'll be up to 4, okay? So you'll just murk those guys out. And again, this works both for selling and for sourcing the vehicle. Same for both, all right? You'll take care of business. You'll mark out the bad guys. If there's a chopper, again, you'll take care of that. Typically, though, the choppers are only going to be on the source missions, not the sale missions. And once you mark out those 4 waves of enemy NPCs, jump back in the vehicle. You see, got no damage on there, and you will be able to go back to either your warehouse or the sell location without being harassed by enemy NPCs. Now, before I go any further, there is a strategy and a method to maximizing the efficiency with your import-export vehicle warehouse. All right. Now, while you are sourcing, it's going to take a little bit of time to get the vehicle warehouse set up, especially if you are a brand new player or brand new to the import-export business. You need to do a lot of sourcing. You need to steal a lot of cars. And this is how it works. Your vehicle cargo warehouse can hold 40 vehicles. And those 40 vehicles are broke into 3 different categories. You have standard range, mid-range, and top range. The goal here is to make sure that you're only sourcing and selling top range, which will get you the most money. All right? So what you want to do is each category will hold a certain number of cars. Right? It's going to be 14 for mid-range, 14 for standard, and 12 for top range. So you want to steal about 10 or 11 of each, the mid and the standard, and make sure you don't have any duplicate license plates. As you see right here, each vehicle has its own personalized license plate. So if you see 2 of the same license plate for mid-grade or standard, sell one of those. And once you get to about 10 or 11 of the mid and standard, now the only vehicles that you'll be sourcing will be top range. You'll sell a top range, and then you'll source a top range. You'll sell one, source one. So that guarantees that you're going to be getting only top range vehicles. So just follow that strategy. It'll take a few hours to get it set up, but once you're good to go, you don't have to fool with it anymore. All right. And as you see right here, I'm going to be selling a top range vehicle. And as you just saw, always sell to the specialist dealer. That will maximize your profit. What you typically do is you just customize it. This has nothing to do with anything. Just get through it as quick as you can. If you want to personalize it for whatever reason, you can. But just get through the customizations real quick. And another really good tip or trick is if, I understand some of you guys are solo players, that's fine. But if you've got some friends or if you're in a crew, get into a crew lobby or get into a private lobby with your friends. And as long as you got one other person registered as a CEO or MC, as you see right here, Confused Circuit is registered. As long as you got one other person, the enemy NPCs are not going to come after you, all right? Now, there is a cooldown timer for the import-export sell missions and source missions. When you are sourcing the vehicle, the cooldown timer is only a few minutes, not that big of a deal. But when you are selling, if you're selling solo, just one vehicle, there's going to be a 20-minute cooldown timer. Now, if you sell multiple vehicles or a collection, right, where you have more players help you sell, that's going to be a 48-minute cooldown timer. Just keep that in mind. Typically, all my strategies are based on solo gameplay. So if you're a solo player or you're just selling this vehicle as a solo, CEO, just you by yourself, you got that 20-minute cooldown timer. So what you'll want to do inside that 20 minutes, you want to go steal or source another top range vehicle. It'll take you between 5 and 10 minutes, just depending on the mission. And then inside that 20-minute cooldown, you'll also want to do a VIP or a security contract or a payphone hit or all of the above. And this is how you'll maximize your time to money ratio and maximize your profit efficiency. All right, so that's a great little strategy. And for this week, VIP work is going to be triple cash money. So great payouts on that. It's a great strategy. It really is. You can get yourself into a nice rhythm, a good rotation where you'll run a VIP, get the cooldown timer on that kicking. You'll sell a vehicle, then inside that 20-minute cooldown timer, you'll source another vehicle to pay yourself back. By that time, your headhunter cooldown timer should be up. You can run another one of those, and then when that's done, you should be good to go to sell another vehicle. If not, you still have a few minutes. Do a security contract, do a payphone hit, and you'll be making money hand over fist. It'll be great. Now, in regard to some of the career progress challenges, one of them is you have to sell 50 vehicles without taking any damage. On this particular one, I got a little bit of damage, but you can have up to 2% damage, I believe is what it is, on the vehicles, and it will still count towards your career progress tier 4. Sell 50 vehicles in perfect condition. So keep that in mind. A little bit of room for error, but not much. All right. And don't forget, if you use the strategy where you have friends or you're with your crew in a lobby and you're making sales, you will also get a high demand value bonus for that sale. As you saw right here, I got an extra $30,000 for just having a few extra people. So that will definitely help out as well. There you guys have it, man. Import export, tutorial, guide, walkthrough, some tips and tricks, everything you need to know to start making millions with import export. This is a great week. It's got double cash money, great discounts, all the prerequisite businesses that you need to have, and it's going to go towards your career progress, all right? So there you guys have it. Let me know if you got any questions in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Must smash that like button. We'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out. Yeah.